YTPC. Padre Piper coming to you via the virtual airways of YouTube to say, hello, YouTube Pipe community. I hope you're doing well. In fact, I hope you're blessed. I know you're blessed. I hope you're finding all the blessings that the Lord has in store for you. Wanted to talk to you for a few minutes today on the virtual airwaves. Wanted to share a top 5, kind of a sort of a top 5 list with you. And also wanted to share a couple of pieces of mail that I received because I'm just excited about these wonderful gifts. I'm going to have to maybe actually toss out there, put a moratorium on mail and Padre to gifts because, folks, y'all are just too generous. I don't know what I'm going to do if you keep sending me stuff. So, but let's start with some house cleaning. I am smoking my Mr. Brog. This is a number 53, and I believe they call that the not the Amigo, the Navy. This is what I really love about this. Same thing I love about the Amigo, which is number 51, and it's this nice large bit. Very nice. I dropped my tamper. It takes a 9mm filter. I use the balsa wood filters in there. And what am I smoking in it? I'm going to tell you what I'm smoking in it. Just coming off the charring light. So let me get a match to this, and I want to tell you about it because the charring light was something I was trying to work on. I've got my own little blend happening here. I'm experimenting with it. Let that sulfur burn off of that match, and let's see. Alrighty, let me tell you what I'm smoking. I am smoking a 50-50 mix of Peter Stockaby's whiskey, not the Highland whiskey. So it's called whiskey. I think it's called whiskey blend. With the other 50% of this bowl is Sutliff's matured red Virginia, the RC1. Now, why did I mix these? Number one, start with the latter, I really like that Sutliff blend. Number two, there's something about that Peter Stockaby blend that I also enjoy, except I don't like the charring light. The very beginning of the bowl, there's that whiskey topping, which normally doesn't bother me, but there's something about this one. If you're doing a draw, you know, you're testing your draw before you light, it's a nice flavor. But there's something about when it first lights up, I don't like what it does. So I was trying to tone that down a little bit, and I'm just trying to play around and see if I could do a little blending. And I'll be honest, it didn't do much to add that red Virginia there. It didn't do much for the charring light to get that initial sort of, I don't know how to describe it. It's just not something pleasant. And as the bowl smokes down, it's great. And it's a nice room note too from that whiskey blend. But there's just something about that first light. And this is actually mixing pretty well. You may want to try it yourself. See if you enjoyed this. This is it's not bad. It is it's not a heavily cased aromatic in the first place, that whiskey blend from Peter Stockaby, but this kind of aromatica gazits. I'm making up words, aren't I? It's nice. I don't know. Wish again we had the smell-o-vision in the YTPC. What's going on with you? Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. I was blessed this weekend to get a couple of packages in the mail, and I'm going to show you these. This first one comes to me via Tennessee from a fine fellow by the name of Tennessee Tin Note. You gotta like that handle, eh? And what he sent me was a little bit of, actually a lot, too generous. This is a lot of tobacco. When I pulled this out of the mailbox, let me tell you, it was Saturday morning. I was getting ready to do a funeral here at church. And I saw the postman. We have a post lady. I saw the post lady. She dropped off stuff in the mailbox. I said, all right, let me go grab the mail for Saturday. I go in there, and I saw this, and I smelled it. I mean, I smelled it. This is a wonderful smelling aromatic. I am not familiar at all with this, but I'll tell you, I did send a little note over to Tennessee Tin Note and asked, hey, what is this exactly? Because he wrote it on the bag. And he filled me in, and it's a blend of his own. Speaking of 50-50 blends, it's a blend of his own, and I'm assuming he must get this at a local tobacconist, because when I put either one of these names into tobaccoreviews.com, I don't find anything. But it's half Tennessee whiskey. I've got a whiskey thing going these days. You notice that? And half front porch. And it's a very delightful aromatic, very cool smoking. It was my pleasure to be able to smoke this on Saturday evening for the first time and thoroughly enjoyed it. So shout out and a thank you to Tennessee Tin Note, and he even included a little note in there about his uncle who was a pipe smoker, and it was actually a nice little tribute about Uncle Bill. And yeah, I'm not gonna read the whole thing to you, so just to have some privacy. I don't guess there's anything all that sensitive in here, but thank you for sharing the note with me. Thank you for sharing the tobacco with me. Really appreciate it. Tennessee Tin Note. Wonderful. Now, also got in the mail another package over the weekend. And this, I'm just going to have to put this pipe down. Let's see if I can put it over there without it falling. All right. This is just absolutely incredible. And the person who sent this to me, I want to say thank you. And they have asked not to be identified. And this, folks, is quite a gift. It really is. This is just too much, to be quite honest. This is something, this person ordered this from Istanbul, Turkey. Brand new. It's a pipe, comes in its own case. This is my first true Meerschaum pipe. Now, I've got a calabash that's Meerschaum lined, but this is my first Meerschaum carved pipe. This is one of those things, this is almost like earlier this summer when Tony Alpashar sent me those that set of Alpashar pipes. This is museum quality artwork. It's like you're afraid to smoke it because it's just so beautiful. Let me show you. This is hand carved from block Meerschaum, direct from Turkey. Incredible, incredible. Before I take it out of the case, let me open it in the case and show you. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? And again, the sender wants to remain anonymous. And so I will not say their name. I will show you this beautiful pipe. Look at the intricacy of the hand carving of this lion. And what I want to do is to give you an opportunity to check these out, because this was well too much money for someone to spend on sending me a gift. But having said that, these are really reasonably priced pipes for the beauty that you're receiving. So I'm going to put a link down in the cellar if you're interested. And look at this, there's even a little, see that? The little baby lion. If you're interested in checking these pipes out and getting one for yourself, sent to you from Istanbul, I'll put a link down in the cellar for Pipe Ogle, P-I-P Pipeoogle.com. Pipeoogle.com. I guess I'm saying Pipeoogle. I'm sure it's Pipeoogle.com. And you may want to acquire one of these works of art for your collection as well. Will I smoke it? Probably so. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to, because that just feels so right. Look at this. Beautiful. The stem. Is that not gorgeous? Look at that. Wow. So, a thank you to the person who sent this. They know who they are. You don't know how happy you've made. You probably do know how happy you've made me. A complete blessing. And you shouldn't have, but know how appreciative I am. So folks, if you want to check out these pipes, pipeoogle.com. I'll put the link down in the cellar just in case I'm saying that wrong, but I don't think I am. But at any rate, you'll have the URL, and you can look at them yourself and see if this is something you may want to invest in. Again, this is not just a smoking pipe; it's a work of art. The intricacy of this carving, this hand carve, it's just beautiful. I could go on and on and on. I'm going to put it away in its case, and I want to share a list with you that I came up with, and it's in keeping with my summer top 5 lists that I've been doing. We're going to do the top 5 online resources for pipe smokers, okay? And truth be told, they're not really there's more than 5 here, because I've kind of grouped them in their own little categories and such, but I just want to share with you some of the places I go in case you're interested. And you may find these to be, you may already know about all of these, or you may not, or you may want to revisit them if you haven't been in a while, and they may be a blessing to you. So I'm going to start with the category of number 5, the category of online forums, okay? And there's 2 of them that I'm going to recommend to you. The first one is the Pipe Smokers Den, pipesmokersden.com. Wonderful forum, great people. I'm a lurker, I'll be honest. I'm a lurker, not a poster there. And that's kind of how I am. And the second one, too, that I'm going to recommend to you, the briarpatchforum.com. Now, the funny thing about the briarpatchforum.com is there's a couple of guys over there who've been talking about me, nothing bad. But somebody had sent me a link to a couple of posts over there where they had taken my name in vain, invoked the name of Padre Piper. But again, it wasn't bad. They were actually sharing one of my videos, and I appreciate that, guys, that you didn't say anything bad about me. Thanks so much. So that's the top, the 5, 2 of them in that category of forum. Coming down to number 4, within that kind of almost forum-like sort of feel about it, it's 2 pipe-related Facebook pages that I thoroughly enjoy. Now, look, there's a lot of Facebook pipe pages out there. I could list a whole bunch of really, really, really good ones. I'm going to tell you just my 2 favorite. And make of it what you will. If you have them into either one of them, you haven't been to either one of them in a long time, give them a shot. I think you're going to like them. So number 4, the category of forums on Facebook, the Gentlemen's Pipe Smoking Society. Excellent. It's a large gathering of folks, and usually some really high quality posts. And the second one is the Old Codger Smoking Pipe. Old Codger Smoking Pipe on Facebook. That is just one of the most delightful Facebook pages around. I mean, the people there are great, the posts there are great, the attitude, the warmth, the positivity, the niceness, the kindness, it's wonderful. Check it out if you're on Facebook. I think that is, those are a couple of good places you're going to want to be. Now, the number 3, I know I've already done 4, but it was 5, and it was 2 in that category, 4, 2 in that category, 3. Number 3 is podcast. All right, and there's 2 of them I'm going to recommend to you. One is from down south, near where I am. I'm just a couple hours driving distance from Jackson, Mississippi, which is the home of the Country Squire Tobacconist podcast. You can check that out at Country Squire. The Country Squire Tobacconist, if you're not familiar with that, with John David and the gang. Go over to their website. You can order pipes, you can order tobacco, you can order cigars right there online. But they do a weekly podcast as well, Country Squire Radio, I think they might call it. The Country Squire Tobacconist Podcast. And the second podcast I want to recommend to you is one that I just got interviewed for. I don't know when it's going to post it. When it does, I'll let you know. But it's the Pipe and Tamper Podcast. Mr. Mike Murphy is the voice and the genius behind that wonderful podcast, Pipe and Tamper. And that's a really good one. It's going to get even better with, no, I'm kidding. But I'm blessed. I'm very honored that he spent some time chatting with me and recorded it. And watch, I'll probably end up sounding like a goofball. But anyway, those are that's category. That's number 3. So we went from forums to Facebook forums to podcasts. The second number, counting backwards, number 2 is internet sort of stuff, and it's Reddit. That's what the category is. The phone's ringing. I'm going to ignore that because it's about that time of the day when Elizabeth from Resort Rewards calls. It's like she does it every day. It's unbelievable. Anyway, number 2, it's Reddit. Reddit, go to pipes, and Reddit, go to pipe tobacco. You can get lost in there. Again, I'm more of a lurker because it's just a rabbit hole. You can get caught in that, and my goodness, you can just lose a day or a night or whatever, just reading and reading and reading and reading. And then finally, just kind of overall general internet, my number 1 choice for where I like to go for all things pipes is, are you ready? Give me a drum roll. It's BriarReport.com, and if you like cigars, I would recommend StogieReport.com as well, the sister site. Fantastic. This is, Briar Report is like a news aggregate of everything that's going on in our industry. So you'll see stuff about the FDA there. You'll see stuff about local and state things that are happening to pipes and cigar smokers, and good stuff and bad stuff and legislation. And you'll see articles about companies. You'll see blogs. You'll see YTPC news. It's great. BriarReport.com. Number 1 on my list of joints I like to hang out at on the interwebs. That's what I wanted to share with you today, folks. I hope you are doing well. I'm going to have to find myself getting back to work. Lunch hour is about to end, and that might have been what that phone call was, saying, hey, Padre, get off of that camera and get back to work, buddy. Your lunch is over with. But I bet you it was Elizabeth from Resort Rewards. Resort Rewards, whatever. That's an annoying robocall. So I'm going to let you get. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And Padre Piper, wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings. One more thought before I let you go, though. Check out Padre Writer, the YouTube channel, Padre Writer. It's my moto vlog. Trying to get that off the ground. Also got an Instagram account for that. Instagram.com/Padre Writer. You can get me on Twitter, Twitter.com/Padre Writer. If you want to do all that on the Padre Piper side, it's the same thing. Just put Padre Piper behind the Twitter.com and the Instagram.com and all that good stuff. But this time, really am signing off and wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings. Y'all have a good one.